We need more light. Hold on. Okay, it's a little better. Hello, happy Money Monday. Yes, come on. Notifications are on. Let's freaking go. We are going to be looking into the month of April. I'm going to break it down by elements. I want to use a different deck. Give me 1 second. Use this deck. We're gonna use the Light Years deck. Hello. Shout out to all the parents that are on spring break and get to sleep in a little bit. What that was. Let's put some jams on. That must be nice. When is their spring break? They don't have a spring break? Don't tell me they don't have a spring break. Baby. Cause baby. Oh, it was mid March. What? Their spring break don't correlate with Easter? That's kind of crazy. Oh, okay. They went to camp. Spring break camp. Hmm. Shoot. My work don't start until about 10 o'clock, so I don't have to really get my day started until about 8:39. But having to get her to where she gotta go by 7:30, like that 5:30 a.m. be killing me. Like, oh, this week is gonna be such a break. Oh, I can't wait till summer. Oh my god. Hello. Hola, Roberto. All right, y'all. Yes. Oh my god. And it does. It does start to slow down when they getting a little older and they are, able to move around a little bit more. They want to hang out with their friends and all that stuff. But you definitely gotta you definitely have to be chauffeur. It's a lot. Whew. Hey, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, like the live. Please subscribe. Turn your notifications on so you can know when I go live the next time in a couple of weeks. Um Alrighty, let's get into April's reading for the signs. We are going to go with water signs first. We're gonna go with water signs first. I'm trying to get Cammy to start driving. Yes, let's go water signs. Are there any water signs in the chat? Please put a little wave in the chat. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. come forward. This is your reading for April, for the entire month of April. Let's see what spirit and your ancestors have for you. Make sure you share the live, everyone. What's this? Oh, okay. To play games. Huh, interesting. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. This is a reading for water signs for the month of April. Spirit, what do water signs need to know for the month of April? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What is it that they need to know, Spirit? With love and light and for their greater good. What is it that they need to know? For water signs. Hmm. One thing that I'm hearing from water signs, well, for water signs, is that April is going to be dynamic for you in the sense of like, I know what I want to do and I see the path and I'm hearing no fear. So maybe you're walking on this path fearlessly. You're using all of your tools, you're using all of your lessons. It feels like you've mastered a lot. Like water signs, it feels like you know that. Like internally, it's like, no, I've definitely conquered some things. I've definitely learned my lessons. Like it feels like water signs just, I don't know. Y'all are having like kind of like a revelation of sorts of just everything all at once. You've been through it already. Like if I'm hearing that so loud, it's like I've already gone through the ego death. I've already gone through the ego death. I've already gone through the tower moment. I've already gone through the 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 bullshit. And now you're here. And you're ready to take all of that wisdom and that knowledge and you're ready to apply it, and allow yourself to grow and be like your most dynamic self. Feels like this might be the month where you feel the most in tune, most aligned, most comfortable within your body and within yourself. Comfortable with the direction that you're going in versus like trying to force it or fight it. Does that make sense? Mhm, mhm. Water signs, when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, you might be getting some abandonment. Some of your abandonment issues might be coming up. Okay, you might be feeling like if you're in, especially if you are, um, yes, exactly, exactly. Love that. I love that. When it comes to love and when it comes to relationships, your abandonment issues might be coming to the surface. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is your person might need to go away for work or they might need to like go away for school. It feels like water signs, you're gonna end up being in a long distance relationship and you didn't even realize it, or you didn't recognize it, or you just weren't like it unexpectedly is what I'm hearing. Unexpectedly being in a long distance relationship, and that might cause you a lot of anxiety. Your person, that person that you're in a relationship with, might really be excited, like they're very excited and they're very happy, and maybe this is something that they've been wanting to do for a long time. I see you're excited for them, but your abandonment issues are coming through here, which might be causing a little turbulence in April. Okay. And turbulence too, in the sense of like not just like turbulent of the relationship, but turbulent within you. You might be feeling like, oh, I gotta hurry up and rush, and I gotta hurry up so I can come with you. And it's like that might not be your journey. That might not be your time to be packing your stuff up and joining in on the ride. Okay, that might be something that is for you later on. Okay, I think your partner is the one who has to make this move on their own. Okay, you can't come right now. Okay, not saying that you can't come at all, but you can't come right now. Okay. And it right, they're not lying to you or they're not being deceitful. If you have like serious trust issues, serious like issues with abandonment and attachment and codependency and things like that, that stuff feels like it is coming up for you in April. Like if you have not worked through any of that stuff yet, there is going to be some situations that come up that really trigger you in that. Okay. They really, really trigger you. Like it almost kind of feels like you go right back to being that child who got left behind. Okay. So, you might have to work through some things. You might have to work through some things, water signs. Let me see what this Ten of Swords is. You also have the Death card with this as well. This time, like, water signs, a lot of things are changing for you all, and things are coming to an end. Yes, they're getting the Hierophant. So this is something that you already know. You're also getting Judgment too, and I do think that your purpose is screaming and yelling and calling out to you, and you're trying to figure out, well, how am I gonna do it? How am I gonna do it? How am I gonna go about it? But you already know the answer. So now that you know the answer, it's time for you to attack it. It's time for you to go ahead and do the thing. And right, I'm hearing Spirit say, do what you said that you were going to do. You'll be better for it. The things that are falling away and the things that cannot be right now is what it's meant to be. So it might be a little painful, but it is what it is. You'll be all right. It's not a whole, tower moment and the shedding and all of this other stuff. It's just more so like, all right, like it's time for me to put that down and pick something else up so I can get to where I'm trying to get to. All right, next is earth signs. We're going to go earth signs. If you're an earth sign, put a little tree into the chat with my earth signs, my fellow earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yes. Wait, what does earth signs need to know about the month of April? Yes. Hmm. Yes. Earth signs, one of the biggest things is you not getting in your head for April, okay? Do not get in your head, okay? Do not allow your mind to take you to a place of sabotage and then you ultimately create the issue that you are trying to avoid. Okay, earth signs, make sure that you are not leaning into your anxiety and your fear and needing to have this sense of so much control of April. Okay, it feels like there's some dynamics and things that are changing in your friend group for better or for worse. I'm hearing that really loudly, depending on the type of friend group that you have. Okay, I'm not in your life. I'm not in your business. All I know is if you got some friends that are shady and they phony and y'all have had beef in the past and it just it ain't all that it's cracked up to be, and you be phony just as much as they be phony, or it just if you have that going on, then those friend groups are not going to last. Now, if you are in a friend group or have friends that are really really close and y'all that are really close and y'all have like a very like close bond and close knit, then it's gonna get closer. Okay, but if it's not like that, it's so interesting here because you have the Hermit card, but you also have the Three of Cups. So I think for um, earth signs, I really think that you all are going to be outside and hanging out and being in community, but I also think that you are going to be spending a lot of time by yourself. And it feels like you need this time by yourself. You need to be able to hear yourself. You need to be able to hear your guides. You need to be able to hear your ancestors. You need to be able to hear spirit. You need to be able to hear your own spirit. I'm hearing the question, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And this isn't a question of like worry. It's more of a question of what's next. What is the next thing? What's on the next? What is my next goal for this month? What is my next goal for the next quarter? Right? Like it feels like April, you're really just trying to make sure that one, you don't burn out, but then also like what you're doing is making sense and it's falling in line with everything else that you want to do. I'm hearing that really loud. I'm also hearing Spirit say something about like your boundaries are going to be really important to you, Earth signs. I think, just as much as you're going to be spending some time alone um, and spending that time by yourself, it feels like that time is very what do you want to call it? Sacred. It's very sacred for you. So people not respecting your boundaries, people, not respecting you as a whole ain't gonna work this month. And I definitely see you telling people, hey, listen, that's not gonna work. Like so, and you can be, you can say it nicely. It's not. Some of it doesn't really feel like that big of a deal, but it definitely feels like if it isn't addressed, then it'll become bigger than what it needs to be. Does that make sense? Um, Let's do something here. If you are an earth sign and you're thinking about moving, that might become more of a reality. It might, and not more of a reality. And again, like it doesn't feel like it's going to be like abrupt and like in your face and like so dramatic and stuff. But it definitely feels like, okay, I've been thinking about moving in April. It feels like, no, we are moving. This is where I want to move. And it also feels like in April, like you're receiving what you need to move, right? So if you just been, it's like you already know where I want to move. I know where I need to move. I just need the funds. Like I need the funds to be able to move right now. You're going to be receiving that in April. It's like, yes, get me up out of here so I can expand. Earth signs, where you're moving to gives you the ability to expand. It gives you more space. You could be moving your home. You could be moving a job. You could be moving your business. Okay. Mhm. Yes. So right, what did I say? You receiving money for home. Okay, you have the Ten of Wands. You also have the Ten of Cups. Receiving money for home, and maybe you love your home. Hey, welcome. Maybe you love your home, so it's not necessarily about you moving, but maybe you're buying new furniture. Maybe you're buying new things for outside. Nope. We only have gotten to water signs, and right now we're in earth signs. Um, you might be getting like new patio furniture or doing something different. Like yes, come on, April is my last month as a full time employee. I know that's right. Yes, congratulations. Um, you might be getting new outside furniture or doing something with your outdoor area or something like that. Really putting a lot of emphasis on your outdoor spaces. Okay. You also might be doing like a garden or something like that, plants, flowers. You know, as earth signs, we always live in a jungle. Like if you're an earth sign, you know, having plants and flowers and all those things around you, like we know that what that can do for us and for our souls and our energy. But it definitely feels like you're receiving what you need so that you can root and so that you can have the strong and powerful foundation that you've been building this entire time. Okay. You just don't want anyone bothering you while you're masterminding and doing your thing or signs. It's like I'm doing my thing. You have the Five of Cups, and I'm hearing like this, like if that's what I gotta let go to get what I need, then that's so be it. Like I'm not really seeing a whole lot of emotions around what relationships and connections might need to be adjusted at this time. It's like it's very practical. It feels really practical. It's like, all right, you know, I'm real sad about that, but if you got to go so that I can breathe, so that I can, you know, just not feel the judgment or not feel the shadiness, then so be it. Like, if this is what I need for my peace, then that's just what it is. Okay? Nobody is bigger than the program. Nobody. Alrighty, we are moving right along to fire signs. Fire signs, if you're a fire sign in here, please put a little flame into the chat. Okay, fire signs. Spirit, what is it that fire signs need to know for the month of April? What is it that they need to know for the month of April? Yes, fire signs. You're welcome. Happy birthday. Early birthday. Fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, for the month of April, Spirit. What is it that fire signs need to know for with love and light and for their greater good? What is it that they need to know for the month of April? We qualify you graciously. Let's see. Mhm. Mhm. Everybody has gotten the justice card as well, and I just want to point that out. Literally, everyone has gotten the justice card in their reading. Fire signs, you are really going to be receiving a lot of downloads in April, just a lot of information. Be very careful though, fire signs, that you're not overexerting yourself. Okay. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overexert yourself. But I definitely see fire signs. You are being so energetic and just very explosive in like the best way, okay? Just very like explosive. Like I'm going after it. Boom. Like doing everything with a bang. And I love that. You have the eight of wands. Okay. The eight of wands is a very fast moving energy of a card, okay? I want you all to slow down, okay? I want you to slow down a little bit so that you're able to listen to yourself and you're not just going off of your first mind. Like, okay, yes, we want to go off our intuition, but we want to check in with our intuition. Is it your intuition or is this just your angst? Is it just you being excited? Right, they're saying fools rush in and we don't want you to be a fool in April. Okay, they really want you to wait a minute, stop, pause, and let me make sure that this makes sense before you say yes. Okay, so anytime somebody's asking you a question for April, please make sure you're giving yourself the time, okay, to say, wait a minute, let me make sure that my schedule is actually clear. Wait a minute, let me make sure that I'm not double booking myself, or just really want to pay attention to your calendar in April, okay? You don't want to be overbooking. You don't want to be overtired. Fire signs, it feels like, you are going to have to kind of take a page out of the earth signs book and give yourself some alone time. I think that you're gonna want to be out in the streets and stuff like that and having a good time and all that's cool and dandy and everything, but I'm hearing spirit say that you might be feeling a little overstimulated. And instead of you being like, I'm overstimulated, like, I think I'm just going to chill out this weekend. No, you're like, no, give me more. Like, I need more, actually. Actually, I need more. It's like, no, actually, you need to chill out and rest. Okay. It feels like in your rest time, you are gaining a lot of insight and information. And like I said earlier, downloads about what is it that the next, what is it about the next, what is it about the next few months that you need to be paying attention to, things that are standing out to you in these downloads and in these dreams and things that you're having. Let me see something. Hmm. Wow. Going viral, fire signs. Going viral. You might need some help as well. You might need help with something. Right. It's like you might get a little too busy and you're going to have to ask for help. You want to be able to maintain that work life balance that you created for yourself in 2025. But I really think that for fire signs, y'all might be losing the plot on that. So definitely check in with yourself in April, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay, it's really important. All right, last but not least, air signs, and then we are going to be moving into the Patreon. If you would like to get a carpool, if you would like to be in community with us, then join the Patreon. Patreon.com/ConjureXCoco, conjured by Coco. And if you're a part of the Patreon and you're in here, I posted something. I need you all to answer me when you have time, please, because I need the feedback. All right, air signs. Air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So what is it that air signs need to know about the month of April? Let's see. Okay. Air signs. You are going through some changes, huh? Air signs, you're going through some changes. You are really wanting to leap and bound forward. And you're really trying to figure that out. Like, how am I going to do this? All I know is I have to make some big changes. Air signs, you definitely have some big things on your plate for April. You have some big decisions to make. Okay. And you need to make them. Okay. You really need to make them and not be afraid. Okay. Don't be afraid of making the wrong choice and making the wrong decision. If you are making decisions about big moves, like um, uh, moving from an apartment and buying a home, um, moving to another city, another state, another country, moving careers, like not just moving your job, but a completely new career, completely different industry, completely different lane, all new skills. Some skills that you already have, they're very much transferable, but it definitely is giving like this is a completely new territory for me. New relationships, okay? New relationships. You might be moving on from a relationship, okay? I don't know whether this is a friendship or a romantic relationship, but it just definitely is feeling like moving on. Maybe you might even be in between relationships. You might also might be doing a little overlapping of relationships. So you're ending one relationship, one romantic relationship and you're starting a new one. Okay, be careful with that though. We're gonna get into it in a second. Spirit has been calling your name. It feels like if you have like literally been hearing your name, like somebody call me. Spirit has been calling your name because you have been asking about your purpose. You have been asking why. You have been asking, well, what am I doing? What am I doing? And Spirit is like, oh, you want to know? Here it is. And like being very much in your face with that shit. Listen, I'm hearing that so loud. Listen, this is definitely not the time to be closing your ears. It feels like air signs, y'all are about to go through a transformation of sorts. You better go through a transformation. And what's so different about air signs versus the other signs, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go outside, but I might stay in. Like, I'm tired. Like, I really want to chill out. Like, it feels like air signs, y'all have found a very happy medium. I mean, all the other signs have found a very happy medium. Air signs, it feels like y'all are putting yourselves on punishment. That's what it feels like. It feels like y'all are putting yourselves on punishment. It's like, nope, Like I told myself, like maybe you're checking a goal. Like there's something that you wanted to complete and you aren't doing the things. Like here it is, the end of the first quarter of the year. You're not doing what you said that you were gonna do. And instead of being super, super hard on yourself, you are like kind of, well, I guess putting yourself on punishment is kind of being hard on yourself. But it feels like this is just what you need to do right now. Like if I can't go outside and hang out all the time, then so be it. If I have to, right, and this isn't financial advice, I'm not telling you to do this, but it also feels like this is how drastic it is. It's like if you are cutting your credit cards, you're cutting your credit cards. You didn't change your direct deposit account to an account that has no card to it. So if you want to pull money out, you actually got to go into a bank or something like that. There is no connection to any other things. You have no card. There is no transferring it to another account. It's none of that. It's I am moving all this money into this account and I'm leaving it here. I have zero access to it. That might be different for you. Okay. You might want to right, instead of ordering DoorDash, you challenge yourself to cook. So every time that you go to order DoorDash, you make a meal. But maybe the last quarter you weren't doing that. Maybe you said that you were in the beginning of the year. You said you weren't gonna spend money on DoorDash. You said that you were going to cook. But in the first quarter of the year, you weren't doing that. So now it's like here we are in the second quarter, and it's like I said that I was gonna do these things, and I meant it, and now I need to go ahead and do it. So that's what it feels like. You're being very strict, you're being very disciplined, but it definitely feels like a little bit of a punishment for sure because you do want to hang out, you do want to be with your friends, you do want to explore and then start enjoying the warm weather. And not to say that you're not going to be doing those things, it just feels like you're going to be doing way less of it for sure. You might need that right now just to get refocused. It almost just feels like you're trying to catch up with yourself. If you've been called to do some sort of manifesting or some sort of candle work or just whatever little magic or whatever ritual that you've been feeling called to do, go do it. Your intuition is trying to tell you like to do the ritual, to do the thing. You see yourself doing it. I think you should actually do it. I think it'll help with a nice soft landing into this next quarter. You'll feel a lot better. Your intuition is through the roof. Use it. You're getting triple twos here, so 222 might be an important number for you. And the intuition, like trust yourself, and trust your decision making. And if the list is getting too heavy, too if there's just too much going on in the brain, you need to really get some things out on paper, write those things down, talk them out, okay, talk them out loud. All right, work through your problems. Don't ignore your problems. Air signs, do not ignore your problems in the month of April. Okay, don't want to do that, then it's just gonna it'll never stop, and by the end of the year, you're gonna really be bogged down with a bunch of problems and no solutions. And then you're gonna feel like, oh, 2027 is here, and now I'm back at square one. And you don't want to feel like that, air sign. You really want to be able to do what you do best. It's like air signs, once you get disciplined in something, once you decide that, all right, this is what I'm going to do, that's what you do. Period. It is what it is. There is no changing it. This is what I'm doing. Get into that bag, okay? That'll be way more helpful than not. All right, everybody. That is your messages for the month of April. Thanks for kicking it with me. If you would like to get a card pool, be in community with me, join patreon.com/conjureXcoco, conjured by Coco. I'm going to hop in this Zoom in about 5 minutes. See you there. Bye.